You are listening to Arctic Heat with podcaster, weather enthusiast Simcha Lefton. Friday, July 14th, 2023. We have an extreme heat warning in effect for parts of the Arctic again. This was issued by Environmental Canada. It's the spot in northwest Canada. If you go further north, the Arctic Circle, Toledo region, Norman Wells, Storm Shield app is telling us there is an extreme heat warning in effect. Some of these areas are on a latitude of at least 67 degrees north latitude. Officially, the Arctic Circle starts at 66 and a third degree north latitude. We have temperatures forecasted to go into the upper 80s for that area. May not sound hot to people living in the south, but up north, the official criteria is 30 degrees Celsius, 3 consecutive days, or 30 degrees Celsius. I don't know if it has to be 3 consecutive days or not. I don't think it does. And in fact, the Environmental Canada is starting to issue advisories when it's just 29 degrees Celsius, which is about mid-80s, but forecast highs upper 80s, some areas hitting 90 degrees. It doesn't seem like we have a heat wave in Russia this week, unlike last week. In Italy, we have astronomical temperatures in the low 100 teens occurring. There's other portions as well. In fact, in Italy, the heat wave actually has acquired a name. I don't know what the name is, but it starts with an S. It's kind of like we name hurricanes. Over there, they name heat waves, and this thing has a name. It's a powerful heat dome that is situated over that area. The geographical heights over the 500 MB mid to upper level ridge, the heat dome in Arizona will be building to close to record levels beyond 597 decimeters, somewhere between 599 to 600 decimeters. It's located very close to Los Angeles. That's the center of the heat dome. The heat dome has been tapping into very little moisture this year from the Gulf of Mexico. That's because the high pressure has generally been further north than usual, but the humidity has been astronomical when you go into Texas and Oklahoma. The National Weather Service tells us this is something unique that I've never heard before, but there's a marine heat wave occurring. This is totally, listen to these water temperatures. The Washington Post is reporting water temperatures of 98 degrees off the coast of Florida in the Everglades. 92 to 96 degrees on a map that is highlighting the Gulf of Mexico and the coasts of Florida. This is in an article written by Matthew Cappuccini. I think that's how you pronounce the name. He's a meteorologist, works for the Washington Post, writes some very interesting articles. This is really amazing stuff. And we have on the northern edge of the heat dome, once again, we have a front. As usual, the front is draped from the plains all to the East Coast. Continuous thunderstorm development. Missouri will be a victim of this, as it has been, along with all those states that are next to it, going eastward and westward. High temperatures mid-90s today in St. Louis, Missouri. Heat indices close to 105. Current temperature 95, dew point 72 degrees. This week, we'll see as the front moves further south, temperatures will be near 90. Taft, Missouri, temperatures remaining well into the 90s, but drier air as the front moves south. Hot and humid air returns to the area Wednesday and Thursday. In fact, temperatures may approach or even surpass 100 degrees in portions of Missouri this coming Thursday. The highest heat index today is forecasted to be in Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas, 100 in teens. Miami, Florida has seen an enormous amount of days with heat indices above 100 degrees. Heat index hit 125 degrees in Oklahoma yesterday, reports the Washington Post. Death Valley, California, and Furnace Creek will be coming very close to 130 degrees over the next several days. Phoenix, Arizona is about to break a record for the most consecutive days of 110 degrees or higher. Right now they stand at 15 days. The record's 18 days. Forecast highs at least 20 days, but possibly beyond that. Next weekend, we're going to have a monsoon setup for Phoenix, Arizona, says the National Weather Service. The synoptic setup is going to resemble a monsoon. This should bring the temperatures down. However, it might take a few days before the actual thunderstorms develop. Once the storms develop, that will help bring the temperatures down, but again, it might take a while. The high pressure will be weakening in the beginning to mid part of this week as it moves east, but it's still going to be quite strong. Temperatures might go a little bit down for Phoenix, might drop under 110 for the high by midweek. That's a possibility. European computer model says high of 109 by midweek for Phoenix, Arizona. Overnight low is remaining in the 90s. In the Death Valley, California forecast, overnight low is remaining in the 100s. We have excessive heat occurring in Washington state as well. Iran, it's unbelievable. Temperatures of 138 degrees in Shustar County, Iran, reports AccuWeather. This is serious stuff. This is not an official reading, but that's what their weather station is reporting. You could Alexa set up with AccuWeather. Hottest temperature in the world today, 138 in Shustar, Iran. That's not officially the hottest. There's also in the Lut Desert, there was a county where the temperature hit 135 degrees. The highest temperature ever, according to some, is 130 degrees in Death Valley, California. I do not know what they do with all these temperatures in Iran that are occurring so many days this summer and last summer. Even though they're not official, it's just they have to count for something. I don't know what to say about that, but this upcoming week we have a chance of tying that 130 degrees, but the official temperature of 134 degree high, which some question whether it happened, occurred over 100 years ago, that does not seem to be in jeopardy for this upcoming week. I wish everyone a wonderful weekend. Stay safe and have a great Shabbos. And I'm sure we'll have plenty of exciting things to speak about next week. You've been listening to the podcast called Arctic Heat. I'm the podcaster, weather enthusiast Simcha Lefton. Thank you for listening. Have a great day. The following is a 1-minute trailer for the podcast Weather with Enthusiasm. Several additional feet of snow is expected by Monday morning. Yes! We have a powerhouse typhoon which has developed off in the Pacific Ocean. A big shockaroo to many of you. This is especially true in regards to what's going to be going on in Alaska. We have parts of the world that are so hot right now. Temperatures are expected to go into the low 130s. Here we have a special guest on our show. What is your name? A heat wave that's going to be headed to the Eilat area. We're going to have to wait before we get into the next excitement. We're going from one extreme to the next extreme. 27.1 barometric pressure. Feet of snow are falling in Japan.
Oh my gosh.
Weather. That's a time of celebration. Just Google weather with enthusiasm and they're all going to come up.